الله الرحمن الرحيم
وما كان المؤمنون لينفروا كافة فلولا نفر من كل فرقة منهم طائفة ليتفقهوا في الدين ولينذروا قومهم إذا رجعوا إليهم لعلهم يحذرون.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين، واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين. ربي وفقني وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بمحمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. With Islamic laws for His Eminency Sayyid Al-Hussein Sistani, Dam Allahu Billah al-Sharif, we reached to issue number 65. Within this issue, in the following three cases, anus can be made pack with water alone. It means only with water we can make the anus, the outlet of the feces, pack with water. What are the three cases? The first case, if another najasa like blood appears along with the feces. Here it means if there is another najasa which comes out with the feces just like blood, so we cannot make the outlet, we cannot make the anus pack except with water. It means if I bring a piece of food or a rock or a stone, yes, I cannot make it what? I cannot make it pack. Only with water I can make it pack. Why? Because the feces, it has another najasa that is like blood. This is the first thing. The second thing, or the second case, if an external najasa reaches the anus. Here, for example, there is najasa, but not from inside the body. It means another najasa like from outside, like a blood from outside the outlet, okay, or maybe the najasa or urine or some feces from outside where you are sitting, and for example while you are urinating yourself, that some najasa comes to your body and mixed with the najasa, so here to your anus, here you cannot make your anus pack with what? With something else except with water. The third case, if more than usual najasa separates around the anus. In this case, you know that sometimes somebody is sick or has a diarrhea, so that the feces, the stools, it doesn't comes out in a very suitable shape as usual, but it comes with as parts, and it separates around the outlet, and if it touches the other parts of the anus or the body, you have to clean it with what? You have to clean it with water, not to clean it with something else. So only in these three cases that we can make the outlet or the anus clean with water only. If there is another najasa comes out with the feces or with the stools, just like a blood, or if there is another najasa comes out of the body and it touches the body, and if there is the unusual najasa or if more than unusual najasa separates around the anus. Yes. Do you have any question? No question. Good. So, in the cases more than those mentioned above, so somebody asked if in case more than the cases, the three cases that we just mentioned, the three cases, what shall we do? Also, can we use water or we can use something else? In the case other than those mentioned above, anus can be made pack either by water or by using a cloth or stone, etc. Although it is always better to wash it with water for yes. If we have another case, but not like the three cases that we mentioned before, that we can use water or we can use a stone or we can use paper, okay, or clothes instead of water. But Sayyid Sistani mentioned is always better to wash it with water, but that doesn't mean if you have only a stool which comes, only stool or feces comes out of the outlet in a very customized way, so you can make it pack with a stool, with a stone, or with wood, with paper, or with a cloth. It's acceptable and it will be packed. But as a recommended precaution, Sayyid Sistani said it is better to wash it always with water. And we can see that the details, we can see them on issue 68 and 70. It will come. Yes. Issue number 66. The urinary organ cannot be made pack without water. Cannot be made pack without water. Specifically with the urinary. Before a while, the issue before this, issue number 65, we were talking about what? About the anus, yes. The outlet of the feces or the stools. Now we're going to talk about what? The urinary organ. The urinary organ cannot be made pack without water. So never the urinary organ be pack without what? Without water. If one uses cold or running water, then washing the organ once will suffice. That will be enough. That will be enough after removed of essential najasa. So what we need here? We need here first of all to remove the essential najasa. First of all, it means with the urinary, I need to wash it first. To wash the place where the urine comes out of it, only this hole, only this place, to wash it. So this first wash, I remove what? I remove the essential najasa. Then I need to wash it again here. Yes, after I remove the essential najasa, to wash it once with cold or with the running water. That will be suffice. But if one uses undercur water, for example, in our latrines, we use undercur water. If we have this utensil, small utensil, okay, or this pot, this is under cold water. So how many times we need to wash it? It is just like cold water or running water. After we wash it to remove the essential najasa, we need to wash it once, like in cold and running water. How about the under cold water? Then, Sistani said, then recommended precaution is to wash it twice, better still 3 times. So with the under cold water, the urinary organ, should be first washed to remove the essential najasa, and if the water it is cold or running water, we need just to wash it once. And if the water we wash the urine or the urinary organ, we need to wash it what? We need to wash it twice, or it is better to wash it 3 times. Yes. Yes, it is absolutely. It is with the 3 times recommended precaution, but it is to wash it twice. It is obligatory. Yes. No, the recommended precaution is to wash it twice. Better still. No, also recommended precaution. Also, يعني بالاحتياط الاستحبابي, recommended precaution is to wash it what? Twice with under cold water. But it is better to wash it what? 3. Yes, 3 times. Yes, no question?
3 times precaution more than
now, as a recommended precaution, you cannot wash the urinary organ with what? With the recommended precaution. This is a fatwa. Recommended precaution, احتياط استحبابي, is to wash it what? Twice. If you wash it with under cold water, twice. But it is better. Here we have al-ahwat istihbaban is to wash it what? 3 times. With the 3 times you can wash it or not. You can wash it or not with 3 times. But you have to wash it what? But you have to wash it twice with under cold water. Is that clear? Yes. Issue number 67. If the anus is washed with water, one should ensure that no trace of feces is left on it. Definitely, you know that the feces, even a tiny particle of feces, it will make that place is what? Najis. And if it contact under cold water, it will make it what? It will make it najis. This is first. Secondly, when somebody wants to perform prayers, he needs his body to be what? His body should be packed. His body should be packed. So when you go to the latrine and you wash yourself, you should be sure that even a small traces of feces or stools shouldn't exist on your body. For that, Sistani said, if the anus is washed with water, one should ensure that no trace of feces is left on it. Here, what we are talking if you wash yourself with what? With water. With water. You have to be sure that nothing left, even a small feces, nothing left. But, however, there is no harm if color and the smell remain. So it doesn't matter if the color of the feces, the smell of the feces remain. That doesn't mean that your body is najis. There is no harm. And if it is washed thoroughly in the first instance, leaving no particle of stool, then it is not necessary to wash it again here. And if it is washed thoroughly in the first instance, leaving no particles of stool, then it is not necessary to wash it again. what he wants to say is, Stan wants to say in this vertical, if somebody washed his outlet thoroughly, clearly, okay, so the color or the smell of the feces is still, so does he need to rewash it again? No, he doesn't need to rewash it again. Is that clear? No question? Okay. Issue number 68. The anus can be made pack with a stone. You see, here we are talking about the anus, and first we said that we can make it pack with what? With water, and now he explained that we can make it with what? With a stone, cloth. You know what's the meaning of cloth? It's a kind of dust mixed with water and then become dry. This is cloth. Yes. Or cloth or clothes, provided that, but with one condition.
Mixed water, not?
Huh?
Not mixed water?
Cloth?
Yes.
It is not mixed with water. It's just a tough. It's a dried mud.
That be normal. Come normal.
Yes.
We مو احنا دخلنا الجنة.
Even if you made it, doesn't matter. It is just a cloth. Okay, provided that they are dry and packed. Any two conditions. The first condition that the stone or cloth or clothes are what? Are dry, first of all, and they are packed. It means that we didn't use them before to remove feces. If there is slight moisture on it, you see, if there is slight moisture on a stone or a cloth or a cloth on it which does not reach the outlet, there is no harm, there is no objection. What does that mean? For example, I have a piece of a cloth. Yes, for example, let's see this.